Can you not find a skelly spawner but you want bone meal and maybe you want some fish? Well, I can show you how to make a really simple little AFK fish farm that will work for you beautifully. Don't you go anywhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on what time you're watching this next episode from me, Avomance, in my farm tutorial series. And I am suspended on a 2x2 block shaped square thing above the deep, deep, cold ocean. Yes, I am. And that is because we are going to be making something that is quite useful for a couple of things. One is it's useful for fish. But actually, what we're really after is some bone meal. So this is effectively a bone meal farm. It is all right. It's not as good as a skelly spawner, but you can't build a skelly spawner. You have to find a skelly spawner. So what happens if you can't find a skelly spawner and you want loads of bone meal? Well, I have got the answer right here. So we are on this 2x2 block right above the ocean now. How you've got up here is entirely up to you. Maybe you've already got a structure you can build off of. Perhaps you have towered up off the back of a lily pad. I don't know. But you have got yourself here. And I have got some cobble in my hand. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to expand this platform so as it becomes 3x3 and then 4x4. I'm doing this by hitting shift click, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have ourselves a couple of blocks, and then we're going to get one chest, two chests, and then I'll do it as if I'm in survival by blocking up 3 chests and 4 chests. I reckon that is plenty. And then come around the back, and in the back I want you to shift click, let's get out of the way, shift click a hopper, block, shift click a hopper, block, shift click a hopper, block, shift click a hopper. Get on top of, don't drop your hopper, whatever you do, get on top of the chest and shove another hopper into that hopper. Then what you can do is drop down, and that's perfect. And now what you want to do is you want to get yourself, I keep dropping everything. You want to get yourself your cobble, and you want to come to the edge here and count up 1, 2, 3 and 4, and you should be on the same level. So if I was to do that, you can see we are on the same level as that chest. And then we're going to come along 1, 2 and 3 like that. So we're next to those hoppers, and we're going to come out, so it's, consider these hoppers to be like 1, 2, this is 3, 4, 5, and then this way 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a row of 9 blocks, and then come out in this direction 9, including this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and you are going to turn this in to one big square. I shall be back when I've done that. So we've got our 9x9 platform there. What we're going to do is we're just going to come back down there and make ourselves a little bit of a ladder so we can get up dead simple like that. And then we're going to start laying down a few rails. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to get, first off, across our hoppers, we're going to shove a couple of rails. We're going to go one there, one there, one there, one there. And because of the direction we're facing, we've got to do it in this way. Then put a redstone block in there, come back that way, don't want to go there yet, then this one has got to come out, whoops, let's get me rail, there, 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 and then what we're going to do just for now, we're going to run rail the entire length of the build like that. Then we're going to start to concentrate on these items here. So it's got one there, that has to become a normal rail. Flip it around. One there, one there, one there, one there. Take that out, shove a redstone block in, put that rail like that. Then put a normal rail there, 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 and there. Take that block out, put a redstone block in, shove that in like that. Bring it all the way across like this. Put that in there like that in there like that. And you can see the pattern I'm making now. So we're going up and down, up and down, up and down. And we do also need to power this here. So we're going to shut a redstone rail there. And we're going to get ourselves a lever. And with this lever, we are going to shift click that lever into that there and come back and throw the lever. That is going to turn those rails on. Then get rid of that. Redstone block there and there. Exactly the same, up, down, round and round. That's perfect. Then redstone block there and there, up, up, up. Now these don't all have to be powered rails. Just for your information, they don't have all to be powered rails. They could be far less power rails and far more normal rails than we've actually got here, and that's absolutely fine. But just because I happen to have them in my hand, that is what I'm going to use. Come up, down and around, redstone block there, powered rail there, power, 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 and we are going to connect up those rails like that, because we do not need this block here to have a rail on it. So that is actually, relatively speaking, quite simple. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get a cobblestone block and we are going to lay it on top of the rail that is on top of the hopper, like that. Perfect. Then we can just get our hopper with minecart, shove that on anywhere we like. Let's just say shove it on there. That will start moving and that will go around and around the system forever. For absolutely ever. And we never ever ever need to come back to it again. Shove yourself a bit of cobblestone on there. Shove yourself a bit of cobblestone on there. And that gives you access to this part of the build. This is where we build another 9x9 platform. So we're going to come out all the way to the end and build another 9x9 platform, and I will be back when I have completed that. So we have got our second 9x9 platform. That is superb, and we're going to come to the spot where we've got this step, and we're going to shove on here a block just like that, then another one, and we're going to go up a few blocks. Now the number of blocks you go up is actually not that important. The more blocks you go up, the more efficient the farm's going to be, certainly. But then get yourself ladders to go up to the top of whatever height you have given yourself. Make sure you get all the ladders on like that. So I've got a few there. I'm just going to go up another 2 like that. I reckon that will do. Perfect. So I'm relatively high up here. So let's come back down, because what we now want to do is we want to be able to build the rest of this platform, and we're going to do that with glass. So let's just get ourselves some glass in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to build all the way around the outside here with a row of glass, literally the entire square, 9x9, glass it up right the way to the height of that tower that we have just built, all the way around. So I'm going to carry on doing that, and what I might also do is extend this ever so slightly more as well. So I'll be back when I've done that. So we've finished our glass cube with this cobblestone stripe up the side. I added another 3 layers. This makes it 10 deep. 10 deep is fine. If you want to go deeper, you feel free, but don't go any more than 15, because you might find that it starts to become less and less efficient as a result. But then shove yourself in the corner here a water source block. The only reason you're doing that just by the way, is so you can get down without dying a lot. Certainly no other reason other than that. And then what you want to do is get a water bucket in the corner and 2 along another water bucket. That will give you 3 infinite water sources across there. You can collect one from there, shove it there, collect one from there, shove it there, collect one from there, shove it there, collect one from there, shove it there. And then if you turn the corner, put one there, and do basically repeat the process all the way along, and then do it for the next level. Get yourself there every 2, and then collect from the one in the middle, and that will give you an infinite water source. That is the next one. And then again here, obviously you'll be bobbing along in the water doing this. Should be 7 water bucket placements for every single level. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, giving you another water source block layer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. And there you go. And you can see the water is slowly creeping up and allowing you to have full water source blocks inside the entire chamber. We have got a full block's worth of water, which is actually quite impressive when you think about it, isn't it? Then come up 2 more, do a little circle around here, all the way around until you've got a clearance of the water with this glass of 2 blocks, and then fill it in. We are going to create a glass roof, but we want a clearance, a very clear clearance of 1 full air block between the top level of glass and the top level of the water. And remember, which I didn't, to leave that hole there. Okay, the next bit is the fun bit. It's the bit where you take your life into your own hands. Get yourself down into this water, and you've got a complete airspace above there, so don't worry about drowning. And get magma blocks. Come down and put a magma block in that corner, like that. Now the problem we've got here is you've got to do it really quick, or the water comes down and washes away everything that you've got underneath, and that is not something you want in your life. So get like that. So it's like literally left click, right click, really quick. Don't allow the water to flow through the middle, because it will make your life a really bad place. So there we go. So we've got magma blocks in a checkerboard pattern. We need these clear areas here between the blocks, because they are the columns of water within which the fish are going to spawn. However, these magma blocks are going to do a cracking job of pulling down the fish and allowing them to die a lot on the magma. Then get yourself up to the top again, and this is where you can get yourself climbed. Oh, don't let the magma blocks get you though. And this is where you climb yourself out. Oh, and swim yourself out to the top of the ladder. That is not always easy, people. I'm warning you that now, but it is quite funny. So now you are out of the water. Eventually you can get rid of that ladder and shove that glass there, because you are not going to need to access this area anymore. What you are now going to have to do, however, is bring yourself out just a little bit in this direction, because what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves towering up a little more. In fact, we're going to tower up 25 spots. So we're going to go 1, 2, and we're going to carry on doing that until such time as we are 20 to 25 spots. No more than 25, but certainly at least 20. So I'll be back when I've done that. So you're at this level now. You're kind of 20 to 25 spots above the farm over there. And we're going to just create this a little bit wider in this direction. Just a couple of blocks there and there. And then coming this way a little bit wider, a couple of blocks there and there, and then come out a little bit wider, a couple of blocks in this direction as well. Like that, like that, like that, like that, and like that. So this is your AFK platform. Now up here, you could literally do whatever you wanted to do. You might want to set up an AFK fish farm, and I do have a tutorial on how to set up an AFK fish farm, and that would be a really kind of nice little extra thing to have up on here, so you could be AFK fishing whilst you are AFK fishing, which is always a really nice idea. But what you must be really, really careful about is protecting yourself from those nasty phantoms that are likely to be flying around in the night sky not long after you have finished this place off. So get yourself a little hidden fortress. Maybe it's got an AFK farm in it, maybe it's not got an AFK farm in it. It's entirely up to you, but whatever you do, make sure you get something that looks pretty safe. So we have got our little pod on the top, so I'm just going to come and land in my little pod, which is here, and that allows us to close that door. That door is actually on the outer block, not the inner block, because it obviously won't fit on there, and that means we can come up here, we can AFK. We've not got any AFK farms, bit of a waste potentially. You could definitely do an AFK farm if you wanted to, but in reality this is what we're going to do, and we're just going to sit up here for about, I reckon, about 15 minutes, and we're going to see what we get in our boxes down at the bottom. What I will say is that I did a little bit of adaptation of the farm, which you can see there, because you do get a little bit of wastage at the top where things float. So I've properly patchworked it, so you can see it is literally magma space, magma space, magma space, and that minimizes the waste. You could do some kind of washing, flushing system if you want, but that is a little bit more complicated than this farm is going to do at this time. So I'm just going to come back up to my AFK spot, and we're going to come up here, and we're going to stay here for about 15 minutes. So it's been about 15 minutes. We are going to go downstairs, probably more like 20 in reality. So let's go back down to the bottom, down the ladder, through the hole, all the way to the bottom, and then down this ladder to the chest. So let's say 15, perhaps 20 minutes this has been so far. I don't know what's in the chest yet, and it is right. Okay, so we have got what, nearly 2 stacks of salmon and nearly 3 stacks of cod, but more importantly we've got 25 lots of bone meal. So that is actually not too shabby. 25 lots of bone meal in 15, it's less than 20 minutes, more than 15 minutes. That is a lot more than you could get if you were out fighting Skellys. Obviously, as I said, not as good as if you had a Skelly spawner, clearly, but it is pretty damn decent. And there you have it. It is a pretty simple system, frankly, this little fish farm. It's just a cube of water source blocks that has some magma blocks at the bottom, sucking stuff down that then get collected by that minecart with hopper underneath, rolling backwards and forwards. Is it the most efficient bone meal farm in the world? No. Is it the most efficient fish farm in the world? No, probably not. But it is quite handy, dead easy to make. You could knock it up in about half an hour, couldn't you? Let's face it. And it is something that you could just AFK. And I do recommend you maybe get yourself an AFK fishing farm up the top there, which will obviously get you more fish, but it'll also get you all kinds of other stuff like enchantment books, etc. And I do have a tutorial on how to do an AFK fish farm, which you can find in the description below. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying it, and I'll look forward to making more for you. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club and my notifications squad by hitting that notifications bell, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.